Awe bisan for your mama watching o ye wo gidie semu mpomu ya no pe mo sorry di mo fidie no at United Television ye da mo ase papa Adekye Nsroma adwumadie no ye de kase bo na mama awie ne de fa ye duru so yi ye de wo nkrata no mo boso nsem ahodo ankrata ne de aba no ene ye bedwudwam de akoya ye de mu de amamwe ye wi ane de apomode nkomo ato aso afei abedwafo beba ensem no de edi ahim ne di adencheche no na chese eno pa ena anope ye besi ne koso na yadwendwen ho eno ne yese ye ye oman ti amanyosem se de be ya nkwan ye da nkwantre se binom o kire wadwen na mesume kire madwen no so oman no ye ya eye ma ye nyina eno ntini nyina mu no obetumi de nsusuye no wadwenkire no aba kai say in social media handles ni na opened UTV Ghana Facebook your whole live Instagram your sada and YouTube and so ye wo ho na no pay and krata no abedwa so no daily guide election 2024 EC starts voters register exhibition today. SNID unveils digital platforms. I'm a man of solutions Baumia. Nana cut sword for $60 billion petroleum hub. Ghana's Berlin embassy reinstates citizenship process. Daily guide, Monia sure say mistake be about $60 billion. If you say the new crusading guidance, so say Akufo-Addo cut sword for $12 billion petroleum hub. And Daily Graphic and so say President cut sword for $12 billion petroleum hub project. So maybe guy now person mo camp 60 billion cedis ana figures you know the here de be ye adwuma ye be hwe na ya hwe SNID unveils digital platforms to enhance member services. Still the new crusading guide. Daily Graphic voters exhibition begins today. President cut sword for $12 billion petroleum hub project. And then Peace's collective duty. Peace Council member. The Chronicle. Dampare warns political parties, don't dare any attempt to disturb the peace will be met with legal action. NPP manifesto an action plan to build on Akufo-Addo's records. Jinapo. Akufo-Addo breaks ground for $12 billion petroleum hub. So another 12 billion there. I want to confirm from here to now who say it be a type will be na a course so a daily guide for AFA. The Insight exposed how JB Dankwa attempted to sabotage Akosombo Dam project. Ghana's food insecurity crisis worsens amid economic crisis or struggles. Daily Dispatch, Baumia is not corrupt, and three other important statements Napo made at NPP launch. Chachichikata on Ghana's recovery. Tobinco case, FDA to appeal against 93 million Ghana cedis judgment debt. Baumia is the man of the moment and destiny gave him a chance to be president. As President Kofo, we are ready for December 7th elections, IGP assures Ghanaians. Last but not the least is the Ghanaian Times. Ghanaian Times says President cuts sword for $60 billion petroleum hub. Now there is a problem here. Let me just confirm. Me confirm if one site because $60 billion, $12 billion dear. Hey, yes, I am a person who choroma. Yes, you busa munsema yet me busani. Nsroma. Let me see. It's $12 billion here too. Okay, let me go to Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. Executive Officer of the Hub. Okay, Mr. Charles Owusu says how much are they investing? Addressing a forum, Owusu emphasized the government's commitment in ensuring that the estimated $60 billion investment sees the light of day this year. Prince, chazo usu de minim no me won number hwehwe no bra na embusa no se sen no mo invest no $60 billion and I say 12 billion dollars. The difference in so ebia na bibi foforo bi keka $12 billion no ho ene be ma na ba be drew that 60 billion no.
Coalition of concern is the people.
Okay.
$12 billion.
But petroleum hub for no so cause me the kind fi asase then I chose to go to petroleum hub for ne hono. I'm still seeing 60 billion. Into clarification be here Prince Shewura Charles Owusu-Bra ono na oye executive officer Emma Petroleum Hub Development Corporation na yemusemu ansem efise nra ye ne Owura Simon won edi ye ho nkomo concerned people of coalition of concerned people of Nsroma yeni ho nkomo anopensi obehwe se ebenya CETAG for no a de yetete ni say yet strike no ma calling off yes o mate ate so mo be calling off enura meeting call so inti meeting e call so no e Paul Ben no mu siye twe no ma twa sense na se nyame o ma twemu ankasa tintontan a ono mu ko kira de ama ye ma no a wo mpese wo be ya cheche for no so ehu wo no mhyebre inti ye be call CETAG for no na ye ne wo mu edi nkomo na omo so yehu agreement no ana anti ase anura wo mu ko meeting no se de esikosi ye mpese ebe dura kwanti mfi ba bi na enu nansa na wo mu ase aba ye ntwam wo ni esi gisese ye nti ebe kwa akodi nkomo ye guso ye kai kolebu fon so so enyu omo a se kidney patient ni si afi de dialysis ho nsem no abiem na no yesi o national insurance se me ye boa efisa abansi emu ampa corporate social responsibility sika no bi ye kotua bi amamo a be se busumi nsin free June ekosi December ye ne Dr. Abuaji da Costa ekasa ti afi de na nsen wo ha ye si atum si be 2 weeks ni ye mie ama se bi wo mo ya sabu mu yade no chese se ye mie ama wo mo a wo mo betim painting go no beto mo nyama nyina no mo de akoda ho na no say the papa no kasa ye nura mpa afi na me wura wo si an death is staring at us so then we'll get closer to death. The mortuary is here. When we die then they take us to the mortuary. I'm like ye ma Ghana sitting bi ya ye ma sitting bi ya you say you consumables akolebufo hia no aba be kapot akasi ye be yie mo kai global for no crowd saying global fund for edi HIV AIDS nro ene niama bi akeka ho edi ba ye TB nro ene nakade ebe gu port afeni akiri enu so ye bomu oh papa ya na prince ene ni di nkomo yi oxen ene ne nkrofo mi of ba ku yo wo tachiman yi enso frɛ o mani abrebo agawusu kan yese ye nro yi be short o enro ekura begu awia so yi abegu container mu yi omo di sika kan ho bai but omo bedru ye no charges na koso kakra ya de be soso no yesi hey global fund for some for difference na abetoso na ama enye enkrata semunti enro ni beka ho yesi ye ntisa ye koyi sesi omo koyi ye mpo atuse enro ni nyina ye adwuma se na ehu nkan ye se ye betimi ayusu yenim na nso nyamie containers minim class wo mayi awia containers bebro de wo ho be over 200 afedu ba bi yesi 100 na akedu ba bi yesi o yayi 40 yayi se no krom cars ye yi no se gr for se gi so chiram se na se aban di nkita ho a ede nti na ye den sa aden we sa mo ma ya dwen ko achirichichi na mo ma yen perception bi nso no mo amu hyemu kina by mo actions ni mo inactions mo ni ye bi ma said ye dwen e fa katase hye ho no mo simupi na mo sisu dua ma yen se nye jama o ya bi penenkanta frɛ nye jama wo ya bi anya ni bibi nti won sign ne cause anyama ni bi o oti ase edian process ni procedure nkoa nye se ye nkrata na free China na ye diaba ene ye wo icons ubetimi aye obi bia wo abrochi ho eba ne so wo hwe wo trace wo so in 6 weeks e be ba bedru se na simple niam ni ye ache na ye more than 6 weeks before vessels ne be ba bedru kra unim every step on the way in the comfort of your office. Clearing can be done easily. Sa nkrata asem kotua wei koye charges wei kotua wei mu betumi aye no easily. Ni nyina yesika. Kuya Ghana. Ni etwe ketrema totun wi na na bempa ni awe. Ni edru ba bi amoma ni awe ho sa kini patient ni pa ho nya momobo kakra. Hey! Munya ye besom ye dogana ye besom ye do enso ye ni atenka ne tema ma nipa kakrada. Oh, ipe mobo ya jina say this world that is fleeting ya ma pa wani to mini sikadie basa ye dedodo. Me mama wache na mo ho te say
Ami adumo ye ho ye.
Bibi aboko.
Obi ye mobo, obi ye pono papa.
Se mo de mo ho ye mobo adwuma. Mo nua mo bi no mo sa abo afedi wo mo a. Se dialysis be si abakro mo beda so aya asem no. Ntini esi ade akyenwa na wadanyame ase Ghana ha wonam na wo sori ano pa ba adwuma kofi a wodi afe. Se wonya police case ya. Wo be hu se wasem mo bo. Wo yade na ko hospital a. Just say, sometimes it's so frustrating. Ahomite, areho, ya. And ramiti papa no say, bibi kwadwa hen kra, say bibi hen kra. Kidney patient no, president. Da ya fourth time come hu bom, ya tiku, ya bobo. Just say, they are trying to live, and we are saying we won't let you live. Why?
Stay port no say aban dia. Ene no no so ye be ba.
Ebe ka cho say nya aban dia o. Yen ye ketema ya twa tutu awie. Ko bi say MPS ho nsensem we.
Enti
who dey say ye te hu ye lisi ye jebosia ye lisi da kuru ye be da be sore no. Baby I would tear cry be catch you say you are not supposed to stay there because abaya lisi ya mami abaya ye say ya mami. Ye tia ne aye nkoa. Si yenye dada mpodia.
Mo banzo sa muji o musika. Ntino erade. Monkoso
mi pese me kasabe.
Mede Chronicle Democrat no chase na nimu se no the Dr. George Akufudampare. Wono ana posi adwumakuo no woye sahene. Ena ni mfonyini eda ha se ya sa abre no address yankasa posi fo atade no from head to toe national. Na wo biemu adeba kratafa etoso miensa ne ho na asem ne wo ene ye woni posifo sojafo timamufo bambofo ni nyina aka bom no mo atwa mfonyini no na mfonyini nyina no eye hyiemu ekoso abato komisa omo akache na Dr. George Akufudampare posisahene wono ena abedwaku ahwe bambo so a wo ba be ma oman no yabato senke no akoyie no wada ano eye election security task force no wona edwomtirani etuano ena ekasei na nesma woka nyane sense we no ekodima amanyofo ni amanyoku ahodo wa Ghana ha se BBC ewa abato nim ebre beto aba abato na mu ni abato no wachiri na wasrepa achomfa mra na hya wonsem pemra kwan ye papa so ne fafa na ye nhwenka wansam mawo na se wunim na musio mawo na wo so ya agema wo ye kokotako na wo ankasa wo gisi wo bosem ye bema etimia medie ni mudimra no ahye mensem ama se bi meye tuturasem akakabensem abakumasem medi niema ense fatade a ene ade ni beye obema mra no wa di papa emra ne be kasa pa enti wose we ne ekokobo emu oduru ene ode ema Ghana manyofo nyina na abra wo cheche nsem no wose Ghana fo yi die ni Ghana fo bambo eda bambo fo akoma so enu enti no eso metwe so be ma emra aye adwuma pere ye be ye adwuma na afeli so asumdue no eno so ya bon ban etinya afei ne eba betena se aye kwano bi a debi wodi obi ye bibi na wonti ase a enu ani so bomodin agbo police station anase wagbo ewura baabi esefa time ra wono mo wodi akoto obanim se o ebra me koto aba na somasi anoso bentin ye mi sei na emra no yafa so ade aye adwuma woche ma no wose police fo da Ghana fo ase papa ya ho brasia ye wono nya krama ho brasia eye genuine original ho brasia free nyankopon nchen se de esi wa ho brasia ne wa botoye mo ne wa abotre ne ni omo atena fiti ya ponte mre so ato aba bepim samre no ye hwe se bema sa ho brasia no aye adwuma na afi abato ne de wo hye bose ebe ya asumdue ebe ye transparency mu beda wo no mo fai ebe ye free and fair bibia beda kama obiada eho enche no awei eye process ayi no Ura George Ekufudan pare bra omuni abato commissar hia no say abato mpesua eye polling stations awodo no eye 38,622 pim aduasia miensa ahansia aduonu mienu no ni nyina omema bambafo akwato ban agiban
yato aswara mafa delegate wijira kratafa etoso enkron na atwewie na MPP amanyoku no ekoda omani so ade hunu nyame yadom na yeto aba na ekoba so budi nkunima omde betoa oman amamuoso na Dr. Alhaji Mamudu Bawumia amampede abedi achi sese de onukura franka mu a etu ede ama MPP amanyoku no se na be ya nkunimdie eba ma oma omhyehyɛ na atwewie omde ekoto dwa kire oman ma no mne ebe ya adwuma na nhyehyɛ mu baako a watu din by Ghana First no kyerɛ ɔde nhyehyɛ ene enoma beba se nnwuma ku ahodo aban nnwuma office ahodo no ebeto enoma ede ya adwuma de ɔmbɛyɛ hwede se obeto yaye no oman Ghana mu kane ansana se yenya bia ebeda yani akyerɛ monten so na no ena Dr. Bawumia akyerɛ mu se yeye no saa ebema oman ye sikasɛm tutuɛ no ebetumi aboa ema anyanan papa ede agina so esanse ɔhwɛ aban nnwumaku ahodo any business ahodo adwumayefo ahodo wo oman Ghana wankrankra adwumaku ni ade no se yeye nhyehyɛ na yede nyoma eteto akwan mu se enyoma yeye no oman Ghana mu ene ebeto a ebeboa ema yesika no na hoodin agina yie to kyese de ombeye ne se kwan a procurement nhyehyɛ ne ade nyina no ombedane ni asakra ni ayen for se ne be ya by Ghana First na ode eba no eno ebetumi aboa na sa nhyehyɛ no etumi akoso sanse se oye sa nhyehyɛ na sa oye adwuma ku se oye aban adwuma ana se oye ankrankra bia no okoto sa enyoma ahodo a ode bedi dwuma na sa na nhyehyɛ omode beba ne nti Ghana dia yaye wo man mu no na abayehwe ne kane na Dr. Bawumia akyire mu se eno akyirum ade ba kwa de beba ebeboa ne se edi nnwuma ebeba esanse se yeto Ghana de kane dia ene se amanfo so be bomodin se ombebie nnwuma a yebeye nnwuma ewo oman Ghana mu eno edi nnwuma hodo ebeba ema embebunu no anya bi aye eno by Ghana First no kyese eno ebeboa ema no atumi akoyi ti eno eye nhyehyɛ a odi eba wenyina eye nneoma obeda na di no so ogidie se MPP amanyoku no edi nkunim na sa nhyehyɛ etumi eba edi nnwuma beba sanso na ankrankra ebenya hoto ewo na dwuma mu sanso na ebema Ghana ye economy no etumi afarentuma pa afra na afei nnwuma nkitoa adantamu ene akese nyina no so omonhyehyɛ ne ade ebekoyi na ne kasa no ento aso no kyese enu nyina achi no na fe abefo kwantempon digital no so yahwe ne adandan ani edi account se ne be ya de ye bia no ibehu ba bia ekọ bia akwakoto nyoma ne ade nyina no ye begu abefo kwantempon so ne hu se aha na menye bia to aha na menye bi adi juma me di bedi enti we ene nhyehyɛ Dr. Bawumia edi atudwa se by Ghana First no o ba se odin kunima ode beba na no beboa ema oman Ghana yesikasem no ne ntutue atumi agina ye daily guide gratafa etoso enkron
na chronicle kratafa to so mienu no emu enamigina yi Ghana mampanyi na de danko akufu adrenra enoko atoye mantemu na okoye no eye nawula ewo jomoro mensi no emu anode asokobo fuma sesia no eye petroleum hub project no yeba abesie ni nada no ene se yeba betintim fididwuma eso abaitira eno de fango hu dwumadie nkwa ne babedie eti fango no se ye petrol se ye gas se ye den ehwo mu no mokwa akohyehyɛ no a wombɛhwɛ no mandane dane no ani asone so ni enya fango no dia ma enya gas na dia ma ni enya eye kota na ewo mu no nso de aye adwuma na yenim se Ghana atoye mantem so de hɔ pa na fango no yetu a baabi ni baabi abi mehwa na ewo na ebro mampanyi akufo adode asobo fomo no omu kyerɛ mu se sika ewo dwumadie ni mu no eye America fo sika no ebunabunu grigri pa no ehome na ewo cent no 12 billion America sika no mu eno mu edi area we no ye ne omo aye beboa na apagya Ghana ne ye gina empempenso esefata ewo fango hihye mu ewo bibire atoye afoma na se bibire manyina na mpanifo chem se enema miensa na ewo mu nia edika no se eye fango ne dane ani no de biara da ye frɛ no se enne no omo ehwe ni mu se ankre kese no ebe 300,000 obetimi dane ani si esi awie a afesu aye petrochemical plant no so no e won so behwe na enu so ebi abam eba extensive storage sa ye fango no awie ne ye pe baabi adiesie any port a ye di begu port wa e won so no ye betimi di fango na fa on mu di akwa amama hodo so no ne nyina eka ho bia no nti na bo no etesa no amuchem se sa project yi omani swade hu nyina ne se ebeboa pagya Ghana ama ye fango senkaye no yenya ne nya ejina so ewa na eso ebaitra ebeko amadaache ankwama na abro mampanyi Akufo Addo kasa no se wogidi ye passe se adwumadie yi ede sakraye mu odu bebre ye se oman ye sikasem eni wo man kyekireye eni wo man mpuntio na afensu bema Ghana fo e wo fie ani emfidijuma ahodo no enya fango ye de wonbeto so abre bia ye pefango atwaye mre ye pefango atwaye mre kora enye Nigeria fo de no mo bi nsu no mo hu so no de bia de ye benya bi afensu fango ane bo no wo fom efo cheap per say affordable bia betimi atobi enya senkitu afensu bebo am ye environment no aye kama akofo ha biara ma ebe me ye fango senkaye no agina ebrekro na mu no se saa adwumadi omo aye enye afei na ni nyumaku ahodo no a ewo Ghana ase na omo di fango udwa na so omo ye fango adwuma no eba besi akan etirimu popa ewo mo aye disi saa fango dwumadie anase petroleum hub no aye Africa Continental Free Trade Area no a Ghana hasenu na omo headquarters no ewo ebibiman adwadie no nyina no ewa hasenu enu nti eno mu 18 za efidi dwuma we na mu kyerem se enipa be mo adwuma aye ayenim se nipa we directly no manya adwuma ya na say indirectly no munya omanya adwuma ye no eye 78,000 780,000 mesrem 780,000 enipa ene benya adwuma ye na beboa ama oman sikasem agina fise fango ne ba ne yemfa sika nkwa ama no ne nkoto fango biema se ne sika no wahaya ebekona msubema oman no ankasa no emu etumpo edi enije beba we no wase eye oman no twiase bo titiru bia ebegina oman no yedie esopa
yeto aso na meda ho ekita daily guide kratafa to so duba ko ha na bejrei na uko mrashebedwama dom kese no de odawma no honorable Alexander Afenyo marking no ena na atwa wie dwumadi omkodi omodawma ni so adehunu de manifesto no ogina simpie so ekasa na okasa no kyese MPP amanyuku no amemu omo ebu mfie nwotwe a ye komuyinie no omo ehu amane wo mrashebedwamu pa esanse mrashebedwa no ohwa obi enhyeda ense ne nyonko aba no dodo ba akopɛ ena omde sin eye dom kuma no ochese eno edu omunya pa enti honorable Afenyo marking ejira simpies no kasa kyerɛ se munsi abonte na monko enkoye adwuma parliamentary candidate pieces no osi munsi form na monko enkoye adwuma na momontoa monko afiefiu ba bia hunya bia no monko na monko kasa kyerɛ Ghana maima na monto aba emfama mo ochese de SC sisi a mrashebedwam MPP for enhyeda no so emro NDC for so no ochese enya ade a ebo omkra madwumadi na edin mrashebedwam so no ba no dani no de okache omo ne se omonko esi form MPP manyina esi form wa wo di dwuma ebo efredom ema MPP si form na koye dwuma se ne be ya abato no mrashebedwam benya amano dodo na se benya nkonwa dodo na aboa omudwu madie na oto ade nsem so eno kan se ye pacho na twaso denka na wadi nkugo fe na mekwa akosero se no ya adoso dodo enti momomodia na muntwa anu achi o say enough of the reconciliation na chese na mekwa akosere no eno meka wo ne ade o se nipa no wo ya manyuku na se wokọ na anye ye o se wo ka beka ho bi na muhwe na ekoyi na nye se na wote nchen be papa che na wo so wapachewa obesifo akwakoye adwuma no nipa ba akote no se o se eno emwa enti obia insifom enkonkoye adwuma na se nipa no ka manyuku no wadi nkugo na afre no se o ma jano ne mu nkotwedom kai no bra na benya ye abana dodo ebra mbeto aba no eno ebeboa na mo Afenyo marking se ehun nkohia so mbetre tanse atwen so mo twen ebre bi anse sanse ebre ni ho e de ma MPP amanyuko nto mu nsi fom enkonkoye adwuma enkofre dom se ne be ya yeto aba na enkonwa dodo wo mrahye bedwam no MPP amanyuko no benya na dodo na aboa se kobaso mu di nkunima omudwumadi no akoto tin ewo mrahye bedwam Daily Guide kratafa etoso edubako
Chronicle kratafa etoso du ensia page 6 no na mabie no ode ekọ amonone Nigeria memu enoko no Chronicle de bia no aya no de Nigeria for ensemba na sese no de ode aba ebiemu ene se sese amika sensuo no ahyase etopa ewo Nigeria man no atififam eye northern part of Nigeria na ehon so no mu ye afuo pa akuafo ni nyina ho no muguo enti aba no saa no na nsuo na ahyase eto no eso bomodin hwese akuafo no benya sumdwe ni bambode aye adwuma ko afuma ko ye adwuma yenim se Nigeria memu no atififamu no aye ana Boko Haram ni akuaku awodo no a omoye mambofo semfo no ne atimodemfo no omota ha omunti no omokọ afuo mpani akọche omo ya kidnap omo yetimi ekum bi kura entinu posifo ne so omo empese saade ni besi bintin se si ameka sei omo di asojafo emema mapa mu oduru ene ko Nigeria northern part one mo no makobo farmers ne wo ban farmers pe we government worker won kan we farmers pe enti se obi so ya nopa no so wako afuo mu na sojafo no so wako afuo mu na se ye no kreso wako afuo mu a wo mo be mo soja ni ba ko adi nachi no ne na ko afuo mu wo no akobo ne ho ban onkodo bi soja ni onkodo bi udi okitetuo na udi hwehwehwe around so omo muti mo de mambo fofo ne ba pena chese wo protect omo no ase so omo de ba na de kudie tu omo tu sa na mo no ne se Nigeria memo no sade ekomasia bawo ensua N20 akuafo na ntimi anya hwe ena afoma ye dinto omo ntimi ntu bayere esesia na ensuo gugu na from betu bayere no enti ama enuane boa ye dey inflation kosoro Nigeria memo no mu chem se inflation sesia make say 40% enuane nko ahu de 40% emodu pa eti se nyamia ya duma manyamia ni mabafom na sensuo to a ade ne ye makuafo ne kwan no omonkonko ye adwuma no no mo fa adwuma se de ye de bambofuo edi omochi abomakoba bi okuani bia fu wo bia sa ewa abesonwa sa eno ewo office se wo hene ye do beko northern part wo de do beko no akwa ye adwuma na aboa ameno baye no waba no matimi atwa ama Nigeria de hye na nya bia de wei eye Chronicle sembi ene ode bae wa amanonimu
Telegraphic arama fe na mejina mfimfin akratafa etoso edunsia eno ena Ghana mampani foni edaha ene dwumadi omudi edoma ekobi omo efoni ewumu ewa ha na asema Ghana mampani ekane se ebibimu aman momenhwe na bosia bododo no se ede ehu to aman hodo so bebre no yenhwe na yenya na Ghana mampani ekasa odwumadi ase eno kyese ewo se ebibimu aman no ehwe no mtoto nneoma omo de ye wo man nimu no ehwe ne ekura ne yi se na ebeya tambia no yensori emfa ye chance enkwama no ne se yekwa akosere na yaba bedi mampani akiremu a se etoto ye nneoma na de ye wo de oba de adom ye no yekura ne yi na yedi hu dwuma yi a ebeboa amanya ya de ho sanse eno enebema yesikasem ne ntoto ne ade no akoyie na mu se brebia no de wo fie no yanhwe so yie na tambia no ye fa ye chance na yekọ montense yekope bibia emoa ose enyuma kuo a wo oman no mu no ewose yehwe na yehwe omu yie na yekrakra omu yie sanso na ewose yedi adwuma bie nkuma so ne ade honhom ehwe oman ba no mu se de be ya oman ba bia so betua bibi kakra bi na atumi aboa ankrankra adwuma na atumi akoyie wei dwumadi a na omu edi efa eye ebibremu enhyehyɛ ho eye dwumadi na omu die Council of Foreign Relations dwumadi na omu die na enkran ha eno bedi dwuma no ana mampani gina simpie so na ode afutuo ma ebibremu aman se yenhwɛ ne yentoto enuoma yie na yesikasɛm ne ade no yendandan yie yedwuma ye nneoma ye wo no yenhwɛ na yenyi ne yie na dwumadi no nnwumaku ahodo mpanifo ekobi sanso na amanoni atraya ewo my Ghana mu ekobi sanso na bank ahodo mpanifo ekobi lawyerfo nsentwofo ne ade ekosa dwumadi asibi ekoboa ya madwumadi no etumi ekoyie na eno mampani de afutu ama se yenhwɛ na yetutu ye nneoma yie na okasa eno kyese Continental Free Trade Area no kra no ewo Ghana ha na se ye ne yi a se ye nya ye di ehudwa na ebibrem wo we na wonu abeto e wo Ghana na Togo su obi na Ghana so koto na ye nyina ye di ehudwa eno beboa e ma ebibrem sikasem tutue no ebegyina yi e ma no akoyi ti we eye futo a Ghana man pani na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo excellency de ma ebibrem aman se yenhwe na yensiesie fie enoma a ye wo no ye mo oboa no oman ma no yenhwe omden na omie bi adwuma eno na me sikasem atumi agyina yi.
Na Ghanaian Times the Democrats ano to aso kratafe to so do miensa page 13 asia won mo de Dr. Bosman Asare ni mfonyini aba mebo ni deep na chese abato nsenkaye no na mebo awremu no na enei na abato komisa echiremu se eye nkrata no a etwetwe yedi ewomu no mensini beye ahanu aduosia enkono 269 no district no se so ma biebie mu office ni nyina so bia betimi akọ akocheke ahwe
akafra abato asem de hia nti mami kodi nkomo imra me ba na afi wanya time no waten afa ne biem na owura Maxwell Bono national trustee member Emma CETAG your Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana achechefo no mutete wo mu nso a wo mbe ya achechefo a wonum ate etua wo mu nsem wo ni aban aka ne debi na nso wo se eduru se esesa aban ye ne fam die no onye ya te se strike no o ma calling off na enchiremu nti ni yakoyi ajabunu Adekye Nsroma suni yedase yema wache.
Yeah, good morning.
Open you utemenka.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning. I can hear you.
Okay. Yedase pa yate se CETAG afei die abriwa yipuma kwa mu strike no ma calling off. Enchiremu be ne wom.
Can I speak English because I'm not fluent in a tree, so I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. Actually, what happened yesterday was that we had a fruitful discussion, and key among the things that speakers wanted government to do, though most of them have been considered and taken up by the government for implementation. So as a result of that, we signed on to an outcome of a meeting that today, this morning, I think at about 9, thereabouts, we'll have a council meeting to consider all the issues, and once council members are convinced, then, which we believe they will, then we can suspend the strike. So that was what happened yesterday.
CETAG. Hello, Mr. Bono.
Hello.
Yes, I was asking by council members, you're referring to the council members of CETAG, right?
Exactly, so council members of CETAG, yeah.
Okay, so that means you're now going to tell your people, members of CETAG, what transpired at the meeting yesterday.
Exactly so. We're doing that this morning at about 9:10 a.m. and the outcome will be made known to the general public.
So then, are the teachers going to class today whilst they await your meeting with them, or you'll have the meeting before they will go to class?
If you have chance on the document that we signed on to yesterday, the point 5 says that CETAG representatives present at the meeting agreed to consult with their council by the close of 20th August 2024 to call off the strike. That was the statement. So if you have the document that we signed, you see that point 5, that is what you read. So we are doing exactly that. We have already sent a message to council members, and that will be done today by Zoom. And we will explain to them exactly the issues, what transpired. And we are trusting that the council will be convinced to suspend the strike.
Okay, so my understanding now is in principle the strike has been called off, but actual lectures will begin somewhere tomorrow.
So, no, I would say that we trust it. So we're going to have the council meeting. That must come first before the suspension. And the suspension letter will be sent to the various media houses by the secretary. So you just have to remain calm whilst we go through our process and then get you posted.
I'm finding it a bit confusing here because in the headline, CETAG cause of strike. And from what you're saying, yesterday's meeting looked positive. And so therefore, the strike is presumed or in principle called off. But you need to inform your base. And so I was thinking...
We didn't make any such pronouncement. That's why I read to you what we have signed on to.
Oh,
what we have signed on to. So the Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, the Minister for Education was there, the Acting Director General DTEC. So they all have a copy of this document. So we are going by what we have agreed to do. And they themselves understand the situation. They know that there's a need for us to start the base with council and inform them, brief them on what happened. And then we'll take it out from there.
Mr. Bono, is that to say that if council says, no, we're not calling off the strike or we don't agree to whatever was agreed on yesterday, the strike wouldn't be called off?
I said that what have been discussed, a lot of the issues are issues that council raised, and we found solutions to them. So we have to explain to them, we have to convince them, and we are hopeful that we'll cross the bridge.
So once we are hopeful, then let's just stay positive and say, yes, in principle, the strike is called off, but let's finish our meeting. Or?
We don't do it that way, please.
Oh, I see. What's the assurance then for your students and parents and the government?
We have given that assurance to government that once they have shown commitment and sign on to this document, we also need to get back to our council, and they have agreed to that. The officers, the government team there agreed. At that time, they also signed on to the document that I've just read, the point 5 to you. Okay. So the assurance is that we are getting back to council. We are hopeful after explaining to council, something good will come out of it. Let me just put it that way.
Okay, we are hopeful too, but what are the issues, if you could refresh our memory, and how did government meet you?
You mean the issues that we sent on to, or the general ones?
Well, then you have to help us here, because I was thinking it's the general issues that has led here. So it's the same issues that was addressed yesterday. But if you ask me...
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the key issue, or some of the key issues are that we've gotten an arbitral award for National Labour Commission on 2nd May 2023. And an arbitral award is binding on both parties, and government is expected to implement the arbitral award. Okay. In that arbitral award, government has been directed or ordered to migrate CETAG members onto the university salary structure. Then those who have been identified qualify for certain generic allowances, those allowances extended to them. And by implication, there's a need for top-up of our book and research allowance to be paid for 2022-2023. So government has actually paid that. But inherent in that award is that when the migration is done, there will be some difference again to be paid.
Okay.
Then this year's book and research allowance also, when the migration is completed, government will also have to pay the university rate. So what it means is that these two top-ups are contingent on the implementation of the arbitral award. So we actually ask government to speed up the process, which they have given assurance that they will. Indeed, there were evidence shown yesterday that the process is ongoing. They have finished with that of colleges affiliated to UCC, University of Cape Coast, They've also started with University of Ghana, Legon. So some colleagues have their name. Because I'm not affiliated, or my college is not affiliated to any of these. I have not seen mine. So those who have, they are in colleges that are affiliated to those institutions have their thing.
Okay.
So those are the things in the arbitral award. So another key thing which members are troubled, they want to know, is that when the migration is done, there are arrears to be paid because of the way government delayed, and then dilly-dallying with the arbitral award. As at August, government owes us 20 months in arrears, and therefore.
As at August last year or August this year, as we're talking this month?
No, I mean from 1st January 2023 up to August 2024, government owes us 20 months because the implementation is supposed to be retrospectively done. As directed by the National Labour Commission. But because government delayed, the arrears keep piling up to this month, August. That's the point I'm making.
All right. And
so
government
are trying to find out when government will pay this arrears because they want to get this money paid before December. And I think from what the discussion we had, the government team made it clear that they will speed up the process of the migration, and hopefully, if they're able to finish by September, they will send the document to colleges for validation, and then they will pay. But the minister doesn't want a situation where they will give a definite time, and if they are unable to do it, we will come at them again. So we have decided or collectively agreed that then, at the latest by October, that month's salary should reflect the new salary scale, so that from there we can meet and then get a clear roadmap on the payment of the arrears that they owe us. So those are the major issues from the arbitration award. Another major one is the ranks. The arbitration award asks government to implement the staff audit report. And the staff audit report that the CETAG have, they have done what we call rationalization, where every worker in the college system has been rationalized. In other words, have been given a rank where that person is supposed to be placed if they move you onto the university salary structure. So they are supposed to implement that, but initially the regulator, that is CETAG, was trying to vary that unless they have to change certain things, the acts that establish the college. But yesterday we agreed that once the arbitration award makes that point clear, and there's a need for them to go ahead and get it done. So that was also finally accepted by government to get done, and we have signed on to that also. Then there were all year round work, which is also part of the issue. In 2022, we worked throughout the year without any break, and we deserve to be paid for denying our vacation. So the commissioners, in their wisdom, we demanded for 2 months equivalent. But the commissioners argued in their write-up that since we didn't negotiate for the 2 months, they will use their powers to grant 1 month. And this 1 month, government wasn't able to pay, and that was part of the reason why we embarked on the strike. And as we speak, government said the money has been sent to the Give Me system. And we understand sometimes the bureaucracy in our system is also part of the problem. So members, once they haven't received the money, they felt that nothing was happening because of the promise and fail that took place in the past days. But once they were able to pay at the top review, some colleges still haven't received that one. As I speak with you, we are hopeful that all year round work also will be paid at the end of August as promised by the ministers.
I see. So then your discussions were fruitful indeed.
That have been
I'm like, Okay, I said, so then your discussions were fruitful indeed. You've made progress since you went on this strike. But talking about payment, whilst you were on strike or whilst you are still on this strike, we're told that your July salaries won't be paid if you don't go for lectures. How were you able to resolve that too?
Yes, that issue came up. When we look at that issue, technically, it's going to be about the government and then the employee. The government has the right to say that, okay, because you have not to work, I will not pay you. And we also say, okay, we have said that we will not work because we are not satisfied with our conditions of service. So that is all. If we want to drag this, that means that we have to go to strike, probably because it's about human rights. But we made a point clear that the strike that we have embarked upon is a legal strike.
Okay.
If you listen to the labor expert, they will tell you that in so many years, no union has been able to go through all the processes in order to before embarking on strike. But this time, CETAG took time, and that's how come we have all these delays and went through all the processes. I'm sure you have listened to Honorable Austin Gami on this matter.
Yeah.
So it will be wrong for government to actually seize our salary for July. But we do not want to continue to be in that banter. So government has agreed that we appealed to them yesterday that yes, even though we believe that our strike is legal strike, and therefore they should have done what they did, we still appeal to them that our members need that money. Some are at various locations. They need to travel to their centers if you want them to go back to teach. So they should release that or decrease that money. So they say, okay, they are ready to do it, but they are also worried about the students, and therefore we should assure them that we would suspend the strike and go back to the class, so that whilst we also get that done, they are also ready to make sure that we get that money. And they, of course, they have to give directives. But they are committed to solving the problem. This time around, they cannot go back to sleep.
Okay.
So
let's look at the academic calendar.
That money also be paid.
Okay, let's look at the academic calendar. You agree with me that this strike has distorted the calendar in a way. How are you going to catch up for the students?
I said this yesterday that we have been there before.
Okay.
We are the experts. We will be doing this teaching work not today. So we have agreed at the meeting that CETAG would collaborate with PRINCOF and then GTEC to restructure the calendar. And I'm sure once we have our meeting and reasoning prevail, the next will be to get in touch with PRINCOF so that we can restructure the calendar and then get our work done. I'm sure we'll find a way to make up for the lost time.
All right.
Period.
Thank you, Mr. Bono. We're grateful for your time.
I'm also grateful. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Ora Maxwell Bono, your national trustee, CETAG no ya cheche for na omo etete mana omo so beba be ya cheche for no ose enu ankomodie no ekoyie pa na eniema na ha omo na omo aketua nsem teacher for ni bia omo kire ade no omo adu sese ye pagya mu free rank foforo ko rank foforo ene ho nsensem no eno a omo de abo aban no na omo kokae no na ba ko na ewo say GTEC say oh GTEC act no yes sano ansa no omo say there bi act untimi nsesa no untimi mfasa ade ni so nwie but o say no na omo kohia no omo te omo ho ase say bibia be ye kama na mebusa no sa Ministry of Education na GTEC krate ba say yes omo atena fie nti July no ye nti omo ka no so omo mpese omo ni aban betwe dare bebre omo ankasa nim say say kosa emwa enti omuni aban ka se unim se strike aye kwi eye legal e no no kura busa me se ana o ka che me se metie nim difo wa padie nsemu a se metie owura Austin Gamia de bia papa no ka se ye ka strike bi akoso a enamra kwan so paadia CETAG die ka ho ampa eno so de metie de bia nso kura na me boso ha se de aban ni CETAG edie ne enye ne kwan so ne durubre bia ye mfa kukuku ne abatire enka nsem bi anu edi nchini di mako ketre ma dafo ya ene ye de betena se ya ye de besiesie na wanso nim se kwan wo ni wo mu fa so enya ne kanu no wo de wo makọ compulsory arbitration award waba afi na be ye na nti eno an wo sense studio na msi o eno de me kura me no mo ya adwen pa but omun July akatua no de o se omun ne aban akasa ni nyina aka meeting no na strike no omun nya calling off na ka me kasa o eni e bia amanyofo brofo technically are calling off say yenye ne sa wo mo ka kire mpanyimfo no omun mu hia no ane say ye yate ase sesi ane hu si ababi de mo ka no yate ase na emom esese yakọ ne yakobo ye nkrofo amane politician be kase yakobo food soldiers amane yakobo grassroots amane enyuma efo no so be kase yakobo ye base amane yakoka che ye constituent in this case the larger picture or the entire group of CETAG enti omo kobo amane enti omo koshia council no na chese mpanifo no na mpanifo no so de omo be ka no na chese omo ni omo ko ma akoka enti omo wie ne saa omo be hia no pebe no nkono ho baabi omo ye ne saa wie dia enie na afi no omo de krata ba abonten but arehemu e ho ne se wo se eye emu ye esu ade choba emu ede enti nyamie strike no omo be twem saa ne nyina ye ni da so ntimi so kra meka chenze ye nyina ye ni da so nemum so de o matena fia chei ebe ka disuane ade kire nhyehyeye na ya dada no o ena osian na nso o mo ne prink of no ye principals no a wo mo so da college si na no as a headmaster for na as a VC for no o mo ne o mo be hia na wo ma hwe nhyehyeye a wo mo betumi ayo a ebe boama wo masen atoto ni ama de ebere a wo ma hwere no wo betumi a kyera de ahyem na bibia aye kama enti no ye nyina ye hwe kwan se ene ombe wi omo meeting no ye nuanom ne ye manom a wo mo ewo ye cancer colleges of education no ebetumi ato awonum addition so
aso choba na mu zende
eso ade choba emu ye
adwena sigum emu ede wanta nam kura be nya adwena sigum
kwa ko didi na se kana no se ami aduane de anyo no se enye onu nuane mu na eba se o ya o mu fa akire ha nso no ma be
ko tabi anza no afa na chese munye
now we can get in time so no
yo cause sister
to be ora na ka sa
am sure some mumra yin so
ye
ba ko
no story bi ma o ya wa hapa
e ku anya ni de ni ya bo tere o ba yi ba bo me
ti anopo no story bi ma nice
sao okay ene ma sisi amajojo enti obayi ko wia
bo mpa isa wotie no ensan ma mba soro bi mu also P23 graphica
Ghanaian Times na mas nugu so katafeto so du ensia page 13 no abato komisa se enne a eye osana August de to so aduonu wa bie nkrata mu ato no mo na office ahodo na wo mansi kopun ahodo nim a eno ye ahanu aduosi ankro no 269 no se obi abetimi akwa didin na akwahwe wudin no amfomsudie bi wo mu pani ahwe asiesie enema wodu ye behwe ni bi no eye wudin no a ewo mu no kwaye fa so ayetro no se ye no ano no a mimi din akua ajewa akode ese na ajewa no aya ne mpempini etwope ebi mu ye no AD media ni AGY enti se media no mutwe no AD a na mahwe abomasesa na mame de etoso biem eye emfie no ebia mekase wanya mfinjia be ye duasa mienu enso kwa yero mutwe mfinjia dua 40 years o matum dodo esa okopa adwuma bebre ti na kwahwe na omoso akorrect ni dia mawo enu ache ni so yo ba na se bema ebi o mo kan sex wo mu no 3 times a day dabi nya sa asem no mo kan enti no so yo ba na aka che sempa atwem yo ba ni atro F wo ye bema so ni atro M e dia hye wo baby abeto aba no police station no enu so be hwese ye pepepa ayawa so West Wogon meto abai mehwese ho ne yede me ato a ani baabi ese meto no police station ho e na mekọ akoto me de ntu de nso no ahwe ne saa eno akire no photo no ayetwa no mfonyini no ayetwa no se ye wanim krogin ne da wono mo ano wahwe ne aye ne kama saa pepepe ne yepe no se nye wanim susu a na enso aka na mpenifo ahwe asiesie no ede amawo afa nso no se amendment bi ebia bibi na apese yedi hyem bibi na apese yi firim bibi na apese yedi ka ho a eno so no wahwe na yedi aka ho kama de amawo baabi abeto aba no omusi hu hia pese otimi confirm ede emawo mo dwumadie ni hyase de bia anopa eye no so pepepe na anwumre no nsi omo apon enti enna omo hyase ene na awotwe a eno ye 27th August na omo di bibia aba awieye omo si we no ehu hia pa fi se eno ne enhyehyeye ebeboa me ehu se abato no mu da ho no mu fan krata no mu da ho fan ne yetimi de agina so ato aba eyi omampanyi ene maahye bedwafie mufo no enti enra eye Deputy Chair of Corporate Affairs ewo EC Dr. Bosman Asare ene church nsemu ede chair centrofo ese de wo kama Ghana fo nyina ti bi se saa de omo eye abatodwu inkrate we provisional eye provisional eno enye final one yenyi ntumu se no ano no dabi eye provisional ni tina omo ye nsakraye ewo mu onu ayesekọ na kosiesie udini ewo mu se ebebo a yebetimi ehu mfom de na yeyi afiri ho afenu se obi ewu anase obi nya mfinhye du enwotwe ena de dini wo mu a ese wo de adanse ese fata se nipa na wu ekọ enipa na firimu enti wo kwa owu ye no nkrata ye de ma wo no hospital kro no de bema wo na de akoma yi sise nipa so ma sie di wo mu no wu adanse ni nie enipa wo nya 18 years enti ade a chese nipa nya 18 years na de ko ese nkro ni bi ebo adado a ebi hu ye nwadwanwadwanwadwanwadwa bi nsuma kese saa wanyine poa wuti musa akra we wanyini but enema wo so aye banchi oto enti no ama wa bo adado ase wo bokọ fom nti saa nipa ni mpom anyini nti saa nipa na bia hwe ni personally tabeka so so enye saa ne ye ka no dia dance ye beko afa so mu chemu se wo mo ewo magistrate courts district courts ahodo beye ahanu aduosia nwotwe 268 ewo mensa wodo ni mu nyina issues bia ba yede beko na o matena se adi a okope o voters ID card ma refi fa officer no ne betimi aboa ne ahwehwemu ede amawo
ya so abanchi e da se
wa be daile bibi fama wo mu a wo ntimi nkone wo be daile star bibi na wo dia check wo phone
no di o man fa ma
o
man fa ma wa ha
okay
omo mabada doa
ya so abanchi e da se
ya semo
onu dia no so ayo tiwe o so adie
be die nsuo
ezu onu so bada do fi no why
yo ya ma fa daily graphic vigina krata fa to so aduonum yensa na okofra mantem a aban esi regional youth resource center no mo kire se tibia ewu mu no ene ukọ ho a osi awo ene adango ena ne o magye ho afa nanso otremu a afi pepepe ni a Ghana ye shefa ewo yen emfie adusiansia eho no eho ne ekoche sa afa no na chese na ye baabi a yesi ni kama na je se sports ahodo betumi akoso wo nanso ne yesi wo kɔ ho a enya ade atebia na ewo ho no ekoyi krakrakrakrakra na no na mebu na wo omo ani abre aye oye kire ede akwa kire mpanimfo se we de entwa yi omo kire se ekɔ VVIP ho a roof no mo ye no ceiling no atutu air condition ewo ho obi akwa wia na yeah the only sporting activities in the venue currently is frequent fight between visiting wild rabbits and dogs belonging to the security men. So ukwa enkraman security men no mo hwe ho no mo nkraman no ene adango na ye o mo ba ho no ena ne mudi agro wo ho se agoprama no enya de ese usi akan wo so bi afu ena owo ene mo ahodo ene gumade ye ne be afi pepepe ni no eno ene de ekoso ewo ho a ene o mo kire se o mo dan mani e ko eye ho RCC ho e de ko kire mpanimfo se de ekoso de enkoyi na chief director J Krata no eye Owura Augustus Awuti ena eje na do mani me kasa bom no eye Foster Kosi Osei ene kasa no kire mpanimfo nhwe na omunye sanso man sika ene edi se de adwuma na enche nu babia no ase ya VIP stand eho enye chese babia ubeko bia no ho no nyema ekoso ho no enya ade a eye papa chese ade a eye ne be afi pepepe ni no de akoso no se 2018 adwumadi e hya ase o mo hye se bosom nkron eno mo de ebewia enei ukohwe tibia ho eye resource center na etimu a enya ade a ekoyi krakrakrakra ne mabuni esre o se agoprama no kra nka bia betumi esi akan wo so no enkoyi ho stadium so ko ho anei adane omufu e chese team se ho ho de ne mpatem no o mo bre ansa no manya baabi esi akan aban aboka de dwuma ya enu ba bia ban kura mfirisu na de waye a otisu yo mfirisu kura no se de state a ewo mu no no ya wo se ye kan omampani abedi akire manifesto no stadium na sana me oka was man ya meka we no nso na me ka se eye me ya se aban tumi tisika esi stadium omfirisu anaso ofirisu afepe so obi nkwa renovation so asma me kan entina na story more interest maintenance be new there ya anya maintenance kra o
the quality
of idea ye no because say you started at 2018 you 2024 na se tibia wo mu ni dia me gidi say do see stadium na because hwe na ya story a video da roof na wo no ceiling mo ye na da ho yi
yes nyama na
me ka say ya kwan ne sa nyuma bi ni ade no problem I na me wo ho no because a bear dim bear one say within 2018 to date na ya ade ma nei obekọ no ase kura say ade bi ade bear mfie du no enti na no me ka say aban ne hwe contractors ni yie say yam passe sika ye de ma omto mfanye no sa na ye de ma omde a aban ne nani na on kire bibi nkire contractors ne say adwuma no munye ni yie sa aban ne so nim say sa na bekọ no dia ni e won bi aban ne kan na contractors ni die sa nya no because a bear din say obesi stadium obesi resource center just a youth center ni ade o ma computer ni ade gu a mabunu betun akwa kosu ade wo ne yesi digital world ni e wo ni aye ba bia mabunu betun akwa digital yi wo ho a enu nansa nu nanan tibia wo mu ni air condition si wo yesi obi akwa wia
kanje bi no monsuo
ona de ni nyina ye interview
ani
etoda
sa enti ma making kind comment kakra na mo nko na untwumu mu ne betene ye pemo beko blessed son or say no matter what the situation will be, NDC is winning hands down come 2024 election. So all NDC members, let's unite. There is victory coming. Join the winning team. Then Kofi Possible comes. Kofi Possible, and the good people of Trobo constituency are working hard to make sure Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia and Madam Gloria Owusu win December 7th elections. It is possible. Masawood Bantama, Ghanaians will once and for all retire JDM with resounding votes of rejection because we are well discerning and don't have short memories. God has ordained His Excellency Dr. Bawumia and Napo. Yebwa Emmanuel, please Ohima, tell KT Hammond that they have increased the cement price again, so he should do something about it. We beg him ampa. Ofa KT na no kwesiada me pon asori na me kom ma me ho na ma me ka chem say ai awo almost cement no masi atumu o ma communicate ama na me say communicate no way ma me bi na me hwe na me re na afi esi ha yesi 80 risasi abeda so na me say ntisi ano eninam sen nti wofa said the we yes only manufacturers ni importers yi hia na gidi enyam fa results bi amayo ubeshia omo na unshia omo omase atum Emmanuel say ntime mo wa mane
omayi afa wo fa ho
omayi afa wo fa ko ho nti eze so fa emana koma ba fom na oni omukohia KK Kaswa American Town Kinky House Nana Bawumia government will help NPP to break the 8. NDC and JDM has nothing good for Ghanaians. Eric Smith Tea Bread Blanks him. Dr. Bawumia's flat rate tax system will simplify tax administration by giving taxpayers visibility into their obligations, making it easier to file and pay their taxes. Then Ablade Fiekuma voters exhibition exercise starting today, but EC refuses to provide political parties with voters register. I can't think far. If EC doesn't have any hidden agenda to steal the elections, they should give the copies of the register to all parties. Simple. Labi Williams, good morning, boss. Please, former NAPCO personnel are still not have still not been paid our 9 months arrears, so we need our money from Asante Achem South District. NAPCO fosika muntia.
Ombetua di.
Oma wa so muntia o.
Mbeba sankaba.
9 months.
Mbeba sankaba.
Mbefa nkola itika di.
Oh. I can't listen.
Crispo Fufu, Dr. Mahmood Bawumia is a promise keeper. He will surely deliver all the promises and in the NPP manifestos, unlike ex-President Mahama. Aaron Babakoko Komisa, good morning to you. Instead of allowing political parties' manifesto to sway our judgment, we should strive to identify the best political party that will benefit us as Ghanaians as a whole. This means considering factors such as economic growth, and then Albert Bonso, any updates on the case of the hospital that left a sick woman at the roadside? What we said you and Febeko na or the update na banti my chinani and why. Enyim Boateng Joseph, please, madam, ask the man, are they going to make anything change in the calendar? Are they going to change anything in the calendar, you mean? Also, Mubeshi Aprenkoff, Enti Yen why? Full circle, good morning. Honorable Kokwajima Menu was Minister for Health for 7 years. He couldn't construct a single block for Doma District Hospital. He started accident and emergency unit in 20th September 2020. Now the project is still on skeleton or foundation level. I see. I'm saying no comment in the door so pa mu fanchemi making kind kakranti yakoba yakanyina making kind kakra ene ya pomodin komono thyroid doctor ba me pese me di doctor enim kind see di susu anu ka di enim ane kompo but omo ba no omo cheche mu abehun se nya di afiri me na se ne nko a na ebetumi kura nso aye bibi foforo anase ebetumi apie baby foforo nti se ko mpo a enim se yemi na se ne nko a Dr. Ba obechire se betumi so akofiri baby foforo nso a Dr. Ba obechire de ne de ba kwan be ne be fa so a ye be sa compo thyroid okay dia dance ya dia
media sede ma Lawless locks natural hair se Lola miti emamie Lola sebra na wonye wutima de bia wo ye adwuma de bia na wotwe mu ni nyina kosie da kra Lola adwuma enti bra na wonye wuti ema kama pa owo enua ono ankasa aye artificial locks ni bi ono ankasa aye nwi papa no de aye enti so de so utini so mawa so pen permanent so pen temporal ni nyina obeyen de amawo opese usua etini bo opese usua etini ye de nema bebre aba no ye de kira de a wo opese oba besua bi obetimi aba ye no bo no so eda fompa emma ho no mo fefefe ni hunhuna de bi oba be say yes fa nkora ne bra fa oyire bra wankasa bra o maame bra o pese wuti no ha o natural no pese obetwe but o be lock na kolola ho na wonye ma efu ententem na kira kwan West Legon oben baby nest school no a ne patro ne number no 0244 423201 0244 423201 ena matade ne yayire clothing yayira ne pam matade no emame yayira sebra no pam matade bia yayira epam na kira kwan ofanko top hills wo abrosane soro ene yewo yeni abrosane fom yewo top esoro no mo aha nti uba na yapam matade ama yayira number no 0555 242111 0555 242111 ofrepe iva eno bekasa no wapam matade ama
Abjan for ye nyamase ye dan ho akwaba ye koba pa ye beto aso